Parker Washington. Parker Washington, once upon a time before the injury, was listed as a first round pick and someone that the Green Bay Packers, and when Aaron Rodgers was the starting quarterback for Green Bay, the surefire guy, that was a guy they could use in the slot and be a trusted target over the middle. And now it's someone who's, well, he could be a 5th round pick. And now I'm seeing that the Patriots could use him. He reminds scouts a lot of Julian Edelman. So Josh, is it the Julian Edelman comparisons? Is he a fringe first round pick and the injuries just set him back a little bit? Or is he more of that, he's a 4th rounder, maybe even a 5th round guy?
Yeah, I think he has the talent of a late first, early second round guy, especially in this wide receiver class, which I'm not too high on. But I think he goes in the 3rd round because of his injuries. But when you actually watch the tapes and watch Parker Washington, you're like, holy smokes, how does he make these contested catches? He's crazy, right. Goes up and gets it. He's 5'10", 204, only 21 years old. So you feel like the best is still yet to come with Parker Washington. He actually had one of the highest contested catch rates of all the wide receivers in the NFL draft. He had a 71.4% contested catch rate through PFF, which is absolutely wild. Usually you'd expect that in like a Quentin Johnston or one of these big body wide receivers who can just kind of, go up and get it like a center in the paint. And no, it's Parker Washington at 5'10". And when I talked to him at the pro day, he said that the team that he had a lot of talks with, and I think this is a really good fit, is actually the Pittsburgh Steelers, bringing them back up again. So I go to round 3 and I look at pick 80. You throw Parker Washington in the slot on that offense. You have Kenny Pickett. I don't really like Chase Claypool, but you have a big body guy outside. Yeah. Then you have, who did they draft last year?
No, they just picked up again, Steelers fan here. So I can, they sent Claypool over to the Bears, and then they got that 32nd overall pick. And then they brought in Allen Robinson. Yeah. They have Deontay Johnson. Yeah. And then they have guys like Calvin Austin, who's a smaller build, but they expect him to be that slot guy. But I totally get what you mean by Parker Washington because he's a bigger body type of slot guy, not as shifty, but he moves very well.
Yeah, Calvin Austin the 3rd, he was more of like that shifty, kind of like a Jahan, like really good release package at the line of scrimmage. But I think Parker Washington's a guy who could really fit in that offense. And you bring up the Patriots, they need any kind of wide receiver help, to be honest with you. So I could see him going there, but I think the ceiling for like the highest I could see him getting drafted is maybe the round 3, because the guys I really do like in this draft are like the Josh Downs, who could probably play in the slot. Nathaniel Dale, some of these smaller guys who are about the same size as Parker Washington. But I think Parker Washington's better talent-wise, maybe than Josh Downs. But just once you get the ball in his hands too, when he's across the middle of the field, he does remind me a lot of Jahan, how he just makes these crazy catches, but then also afterwards when he does get the ball, he's making guys miss across the middle of the field. So I think him in the slot on a team with a young quarterback, whether it's Mac Jones or Kenny Pickett, I think that helps a lot. It's a big time security blanket for a guy that doesn't drop many passes. I like Parker a lot. He said he's healed up really well. He feels good. He feels like he's going to be ready to play. So I'm excited to see him at the next level.